Hello guys and welcome back to another video of El Papi Chulo 69, and today we're going to discuss data mining using as an example a particular scenario that I think most of us know, but still I plan to explain it a little bit before going further. Before anything, I hope you guys like this background music. I use it a lot to relax when I'm tired or when I'm stressed. And YouTube, please don't ban my video. I also need to get I also need to eat and get myself a camera. Okay? Okay. So let's get started with the outline of what we're going to talk about during the presentation. So first, we're going to give a little context of what was going on with Facebook around 2018, and then we're going to talk about the person behind all this. Secondly, I am going to explain the ethical standards that are going to be used very clear. And lastly, we're going to test the situation according to the ethical standard mentioned before. Okay, so I think we all know what Facebook is, and it's impossible not to remember your mom or someone in your family asking you for the password of their account when they were the ones that chose it. I mean, at least I got punished millions of times for not knowing their password. I don't find any sense in this. But anyways, around 2018, Cambridge Analytica managed to capture non-authorized personal information from 87 million US Facebook profiles. They also got into an even bigger problem because of a breach that exposed the data of around 50 million users. That's why so many accounts were hacked around that time. I mean, at least not mine, but many of my friends did lose their accounts. That's when people actually started investigating how their data was being used by the company for fear of another breach. Sometime later, it was discovered by the public that Facebook was selling personal information from users and also non-users to other companies. That is why sometimes when you're on Facebook, and I found this really crazy and it sometimes scares me, you get ads related to something you searched 4 minutes ago on the internet. Something that people did not know is that Facebook not only has access to your activity when you use the social network, but also when you visit a certain third-party website. In summary, users didn't really know how their information was being used because Facebook was not really explicit about it when a user creates their account. Now, the person that we're going to be testing is, of course, Mark Zuckerberg. Just saying, he looks so damn sexy in that picture. Oof, god damn. Now, as most people know, he is the CEO of Facebook, and we are going to be testing if Mark should have been more clear to the users about how their personal information will be used by the company and how they're gathering that information. Maybe making this decision could have caused users to feel more comfortable when using Facebook, knowing that their info is securely being used for the enhancement of their Facebook experience. If it does, it seems like Mark could have gotten more users and more trust rather than losing multiple of them this last year by giving explicit instructions on the usage of personal data before the user is able to create an account. Now, would it be better if before creating an account, Mark would have programmed Facebook so that any user could understand that their personal information will be used by the company before allowing them to create an account? Now, the standard that we are going to be following to test this action is going to be the ACM Code of Ethics because it is really reliable and it emphasizes the use of technology for the benefit of society. More importantly, we're going to be focusing mainly on provisions 1.1 and 1.6 of this guideline. Technically, because these ones are the ones that apply more to this specific scenario. Now, I had a little trouble when reading them in the beginning because of the amount of text, so I have summarized them for you guys to better understand them. So, in short terms, 1.1 talks about how technology should only be used for the benefit of the user, not to harm them in any way. On the other hand, 1.6 mentions that data collecting should always be informed to the user so they know that their information is being collected for some purpose. The user is also supposed to know for what purpose is their information used. So if we follow this standard, data mining is ethical if it's one for the benefit of the user, and two, if the user knows that the information is being used by the company and how it is being used. So now that we have explained more or less the ethical standard when applying them in Facebook, we can see how their action could be considered unethical. But before giving any verdict, let's analyze it and test it out. To discuss Mark's action, I have separated the result that came out of his decision into two, the good and the bad. Let's begin with the good. We can observe that by data mining the user's information inside and outside the usage of Facebook, the user gets the benefit of getting targeted ads when using the app. This can be considered good because it is better for the user to get personalized ads that match their preferences. I mean, I wouldn't like to get an ad about planes and jets when I don't have the money for that. But if I get, I don't know, ads about Pokemon cards, I'm more than good for that. The users are more likely to find items they like through the ads, having a bigger chance for the user to buy. It is a win-win for both the user by enhancing their experience and the company by increasing sales of products. However, we can see how Zuckerberg breaks some of the rules mentioned before by the ACM Code of Ethics. Number one, Facebook is not very clear when telling users that their information will be taken. This causes the user to not know that their personal information is somewhere in the internet, with the chance of being stolen by any hacker. Additionally, sometimes the app does not let the user at all know that their info is being collected. They just take it without asking. Secondly, the app does not explicitly explain how the information will be used or how it is acquired. So when you put all of this in a scale, I think that the bad outweighs the good by far, which means that the way Mark uses personal information is unethical. In conclusion, it can be said that the way Mark managed to gather information through data mining was unethical. Not only that, but it damaged his reputation the following years, decreasing the number of daily logins to Facebook every other year. To fix this problem, I think Mark should have designed a small online contract that is easy to read for any user. This contract would mention that the user's personal information will be taken and how it will be used for the only purpose of enhancing the user's screen experience. Additionally, anyone below the age of 18 should be allowed of creating an account. Sorry, should not be allowed of creating an account. I got confused. Even with parental authorization. If all of these steps were to be followed, Mark's decision of data mining would have been ethical according to the ACM ethical standards. But as of now, it is correct to say that Mark's behavior towards his users has been unethical, which is why he deserved the punishment. Please don't forget to like the video, ring the bell, and subscribe. I really need money to get that new camera and improve my setup. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.